I haven't eaten bread for 2 years. Now I read in Eat to Beat Disease by Dr. William Lee that sourdough bread should be okay. So I'm going to have a go at making some, and I've ordered a sourdough starter kit, although I am going to try it with this yeast to make my own sourdough as well. So what you have to do is you need 500 grams of your flour. Now it might be a good idea to try and also use spelt flour, but for this I've just got some white flour. I'm going to see how it turns out. To mix with that, I've got 10 grams of brown sugar. Now hopefully that's going to be all used up with the yeast. I've got 250 ml of water, and I've got 50 grams of Himalayan pink salt. Now I did read one recipe where the lady she made it with just the salt and without the sugar. So I might have a go at that at some stage, but seeing as this is my first attempt, and thank you to Michael and Austin at Angel's Cafe for their tips. Here goes the sourdough. I'm going to leave a little bit out so that I can start off a new culture with it. Oh, it's all sort of stuck in the bottom. I'll have to have a route around. Now to make a new culture, you actually need to have yogurt, plain yogurt, and milk. So I'm going to, and the flour, and you have to top it up every day. So I'm going to put most of this in. Oh, stuck in the bottom of the packet. Not very well packaged because you can't kind of get everything out. So let's tip some more in. Right. So the next thing you have to do if you're making this bread is you have to knead it. So I'm going to stir everything in together. Now what it's saying is that you need to knead it, which basically bash it around, for about 10 minutes. So it's quite hard work, but saves going to the gym if you need a bit of exercise. I can feel this is quite warm now. And you have to knead it until you can get what's called the window pane effect, which means that you can stretch it and see through it because it's become easy. So I'm squishing this together now. I'm kneading it in the bowl. So I'm using my wrists. I'm just trying to get it to stick together well. And I'm going to put it on this surface, which is clean. And I'm going to do this 10 minutes of kneading, and then hopefully come back and show you a window pane effect. I've been kneading this now for about 10 minutes, and it is quite hard work. Whether I'm doing it right or not, I don't know, because this is the first time in my life I've ever made bread. So you're meant to be able to pull it apart and you get the window pane effect. Oh. I'm not sure as I've got that. Not quite. It's sticking together though. Not transparent that I can see through it. Oh, I can see through that bit. So I've had enough of kneading, so what I'm going to do now is, hopefully that's enough. I've got an oiled bowl. It's got olive oil in it, and here is my bread, and I'm going to put it in here now for 2.5 hours, and I'm going to put a damp tea towel over the top of it, and hopefully it will rise up. we'll come back in 2.5 hours and see if it's working. So I knocked it back a bit, and then I put some in half in this tin, which I'm scoring, and half on a floured tea towel, it said, which I'm going to turn out onto this baking tray. I put the oven on at 230, which is 450 Fahrenheit to warm up. And these are my loaves. I'm scoring this one. Hopefully it'll be nice and crusty. In the bottom of the oven, I've put a tray of water to steam the loaves. And now I'm going to pop them in for about 35 to 40 minutes. And let's, fingers crossed, we'll get some bread when it comes out. So I've just taken it out of the oven. It did rise. I think I cooked it a little tad too long because I left it for 45 minutes. But it actually tastes really nice. I've just cut a bit off, and here it is. Here is the taste test. It's a little bit crunchy, but it's actually really nice. So hopefully I can eat this every so often. Homemade sourdough bread. Bon appetit!